Good day, everyone. Today we'll be talking about global warming. My group member is Eileen, Cece, and Lawrence. Now, Lawrence will tell you more about global warming.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lawrence. I'm going to talk about what is global warming. The globe is heating up. Both land and oceans are warmer now than they were when record keeping began. In 1880s, the temperature are still ticking upwards. This rise in heat is global warming in a nutshell. Here are the bare numbers. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, between 1880s and 1980s, the global annual temperature increased at the rate of 0.07 degrees Celsius per decade. On average, since 1981, the rate of increase has speed up to 0.18 degrees Celsius per decade. This has led to an overall 2 degrees Celsius increase in global average temperature today, compared to the pre-industrial era. In 2019, the average global temperature over land and ocean was 0.95 degrees Celsius, above the 20th century average. That made 2019 the second hottest year on record, trailing only 2016. This rise in heat is caused by humans. The burning of fossil fuels has released greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which trap warmth from the sun and drive up surface and air temperatures. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, humans have been rapidly changing the balance of gases in the atmosphere. Burning fossil fuels like coal and oil releases water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, and nitrous oxide. The primary greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide is the most common greenhouse gas. Between about 800,000 years ago and the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere amounted to about 280 parts per million. As of 2018, the average carbon dioxide in the atmosphere was 407.4 parts per million. According to the National Centers of Environmental Information. That may not sound like much, but according to the Scripps Institutions of Oceanography, levels of carbon dioxide haven't been that high since the Pilens epoch, which occurred between 3 million and 5 million ago. At that time, the Arctic was ice-free at these parts of the year and significantly warmer than it is today. According to 2013 research published in the journal Science Activities, such as deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels, are the main sources of these emissions. These findings are recognized by the national science academies of all the major industrialized countries. A long series of scientific research and international studies has shown, with more than 90% certainty, that this increase in overall temperatures is due to the greenhouse gases produced by humans. Global warming is affecting many places around the world. It is accelerating the melting of ice sheets, permafrost, and glaciers, which is causing average sea levels to rise. It is also changing precipitation, and weather patterns in many different places, making some places drier, with more intense periods of drought, and at the same time making other places wetter, with stronger storms and increased flooding. These changes have affected both nature as well as human society, and will continue to have increasingly worse effects if greenhouse gas emissions continue to grow at the same pace as today. Now Eileen will talk about impacts of global warming.
Hi, my name is Eileen. Now I'll be talking about the impact of global warming to our environment. Our climate is determined by the pattern of the temperature, wind, atmosphere pressure, humidity, and rain over a long period of time. There are different climates around the world. The Earth's temperature already warmed by 1 degree Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. The temperature rise may appear small, but small rise in temperature translates to big change in the world's climate. This is because the amount of extra energy needed to increase the world's temperature, even by a little. The extra energy is like force feeding the global climate system. Temperature is rising. Our world will be more and more hotter. This can cause many effects to our environments. Also, rising of sea level, increased ocean temperatures are melting ice and ice collapse all over the world. Melting ice increase the volume of water in our ocean. Warmer temperatures are also resulting the expansion of the water's mass, which cause the sea level to rise. This is threatening the lower lying islands and coastal cities. As humans continue to pour greenhouse gas into the atmosphere, oceans have tempered the effect. The world's sea is absorbed more than 90% from this gas, but taking its a toll on our ocean. Set a new record of ocean heating in 2018. Many people think global warming and climate change are synonymous, but scientists prefer to use climate change to describe the complex shifts now affecting our planet, whether it is the climate system. Due to rising of sea level and temperature rising, it may cause massive ice sheet that covers Greenland and Antarctic to melt more quickly, so that polar bears will soon have no place to stay. And also, this may lead to animal extinctions. Due to global warming, droughts and heat waves and other natural disasters will have a huge damage to our world. Global warming stressed the ecosystem through temperature rising, water shortage, increased fire threat, and droughts, storm damages, and other more natural disasters. If the temperature keeps rising, this may seriously damage to our ecosystem. High temperatures can lead to forest fires. This can have serious troubles to our animals and our nature. Increasingly severe extreme weather events like bushfires, storms, floods, hurricanes, and other natural disasters will increase the damage to other homes, as well as coastal insurance premium. This may have serious damage to some people's home. This damage seems to us is like nothing, but to those who are suffering from these damages, makes me want to do something to help them. Now I'm going to let Cici to tell you more about how to prevent global warming.
Hi, I'm Cici. There are two main aspects to solution to this huge problem, the things that governments and people can do. The Earth's temperature is rapidly changing. As a result, There has been a lot of climate changes such as heat waves, droughts, and floods. Scientists believe that this is a result of human activity, which is polluting the Earth's atmosphere. This could become a disaster if governments do not act to help prevent global warming. They can act in three ways: by supporting research, by making laws, and by keeping the general public informed. Firstly, governments can support research. For example, they should encourage companies to develop vehicles that cause less pollution. They should also support alternative sources of electricity from wind and water rather than from oil and coal. Secondly, they should make laws that limit the amount of greenhouse gas that companies can emit. Private companies should be rewarded for following these laws. They should also be punished for creating pollution. Finally, everybody is affected by global warming. Therefore, it is important that governments involve individuals in the problem-solving process. Governments should spend money on public transport to make it as easy as possible for the public to save energy. In summary, it is clear that there are a lot of things that governments can do to prevent global warming. They should involve companies, support scientists, and encourage individuals to protect the planet. Besides the above mentioned, I'm going to talk about what we can do. Detailed law we can do. We still should go to great dance. I am convinced that in order to protect the environment, something must be done. I believe that I can do something to help slow down global warming. First of all, saving water. Water is a source of life. Thus, no water, no life. Not only should I protect drinking water and stop polluting it, but also make full use of it. In the second place, saving electricity is crucial. Thus, I ought to make great effort to save electricity, such as turning off lights or other electric machines when we finish working. Keeping to the speed limits can help the environment. The more you speed, the more petrol you are going to use, making the pollution higher. Also, to do reduce, and recycle. Only buy what you need. Don't stock the cupboard with things you may or you may not use. Reuse whatever you can, like containers and paper, and recycle what you cannot reuse. It really is as simple as that. These approaches can assist in reducing my carbon footprint and doing my best to Earth. Last but not least, saving forest resources. I think that they are pretty useful. Hence, stop cutting down the tree and use recycled paper instead. I can make our world a green one to live in by doing so. In addition to saving energy, we can do everything to save our planet. Firstly, we should use recycled environmental protection bags. Don't use plastic bags. Secondly, we should go to work on foot or by bus instead of driving a car, if possible. Thirdly, we should plant more trees because plants can turn CO2 into oxygen. If everybody stuck to these rules, we would be doing a great thing by protecting the earth. If we don't take any attention, as the world is becoming warmer and warmer, the water level is rising. It can cause subsidence and threaten people's activities. So please take into consideration what I have said and try to do your part. After all, it will be our next generation that will feel the effects. Thank you for listening to our presentation.